were actually just sharing that, you know, you had gone through a divorce or a separation from your marriage, and then you had another relationship, and that was going great, and then that one, you know, fell away as
Yeah.
well. So that was relationship number two, right?
Mm-hmm. And then relationship number three was when I'm like, okay, no more. We're gonna stop. We're gonna step back. We're gonna dig deep. We're gonna do some work, and we're gonna see what's happening here. What's the pattern? You know, why
So,
am I
so
making these choices?
So were you seeing at that time that there were some things that you need to focus on for you, or were you stuck in blame about the guys? It has been an amazing night.
I can't. What a day for you. I've been watching. I come in. I've been really busy, grateful, but busy. And, but I've had, you know, keep coming in, checking in. And what a beautiful, epic series you've put on here. Congratulations. So beautiful.
Thank
Really,
you
really,
so
really
much.
beautiful.
And you know, I could not have had this experience, my beautiful Sandra, without having you on, because very much like me, you are an author of a memoir.
Yes.
And I think the way that I wanted to end tonight was really to kind of talk about that process of bringing your story to life. So many of you on this call have an amazing story to share. And you
Yep.
are holding that story in, especially now. Some of you have time, right?
Exactly.
Some of you actually have time. You're at home. You're managing all of these corona things that going on, right?
And our
You have
mind is
more
going.
time on your hands. Your minds are over here going, this is a perfect time to write a book,
It
right?
truly is. It
This
truly is.
take me how long, how much years this take me to write. I didn't have a
Because you
corona.
didn't write it with me.
Yes, yes. You know, it took a long time. And so I
Yeah.
really wanted to share some space with you, Sandra, because
Mm,
not only are you an author, but you are somebody that is able to help people to birth their stories. And so I
absolutely.
want you to share a little bit of your story, and then to also share just some advice for how we can bring our own stories to life.
Yeah. So yeah, my story came to me. Well, I always wanted to write a book, right? I always wanted to write a book. I always knew I was going to write a book. But again, you know, who wants to hear my story? What does it matter? What am I going to say? Who's going to want to hear it? Like, there's so many things that go on in our heads, right? So, and I also didn't feel like I had uh, the message. I didn't feel that I had something until life gradually gave me the lessons and the, excuse the dog in the background, the lessons and the experiences and the heartache, and the joys and everything that came. And finally, I said, you know what? This is what I need to do. This is, and if there's one person in this world that can benefit from my story and from what I've been through, then that's enough. That is all I need, all I need. And it really encouraged me to write the book. And, you know, the amazing thing about it was once I got myself, I'm going to do this, I did it. And I did it in a short period of time. And the experience of writing a book and then after you write the book, huh? It's a whole
Yeah,
other story, you
yeah.
know, because you're writing
Definitely.
and it's cathartic and you go through so much.
Writing one, well, first of all, convincing yourself to write it, then writing it, then bringing it from just the writing to actually being alive.
Perfect, perfect, perfect.
Yes.
Yes, so the process, you know, I really tried writing the book on my own, and the struggle, you know, where do I start? Where do I begin? What do I say? Being stuck, feeling overwhelmed, the organizing of the words and organize, it was just extremely overwhelming, and I got some support, and with that support, you know, everything changed for me. I was able to write my book in 90 days. And not only was I able to write my book in 90 days, I was able to really find my purpose. Like everything changed. You know, it was like, if I can write my book, tell my story, change my life, you know, this is something that I need to share. This is too amazing. So I spent time really developing my program, really being very clear on what it is that I felt I needed, what helped me so much in my writing process that I could pass on to others, because of the experience, you
Beautiful.
know. So we all have a story, and it's like, you know, your story may be similar to mine, or somebody else's story may be similar to mine, but no one experienced it like we did. No one has that one
Yes.
little nugget of experience, of you know, just one thing, a breakthrough that can change other people's lives. And it's something that I'm just so grateful to do. I'm so grateful and so excited about it, you know,
No, you know,
especially
I
during this time.
wanted to just to share a little bit around the story writing, because one of the parts, in terms of the being vulnerable, somebody just said, please share your story, Sandra. I think one of the parts about my book when I was writing it that was a very vulnerable share was about myself in the space of relationships, right? And being really just worried about sharing about my love life and about the men that I was dating and about, you know, my marriage falling apart and anything that has to do with, you know, that
The
personal
truth.
side of you.
The
It
truth.
sometimes is so difficult. It's so difficult, and then you're in your head about it so much, and you know, it's like, oh my God, what are people gonna think? And you know, you're just in there, and I really appreciated the fact that your story was all about that. So I wanted to create some space for you to share just that story, with you, with everybody here. So somebody said that's my fear too. It's like we have these breakdowns. Women, for some reason, will talk to other women about how, you know, our love life mash up and all of these things. But if we're to tell the story to help another woman, we're not doing it,
Ah,
right? So
absolutely.
share a little bit of your story of overcoming. How did you overcome, and what, you know, you wrote about it? Yeah.
Well, I mean, you know, wrote my book after my last heartache, the last time that I went through something so painful, painful. And excuse me, because I'm gonna get a little um, choked up, but it was a painful experience. There it was, another relationship not working out. And it was mind blowing. Like, life was supposed to be okay. Everything was supposed to be fine. You know, I had made my commitments, I had made my choices, and you know, I just was blown away. So I born and raised in New York City. My family's from Cuba, and in '92 I moved to Jamaica, married, happy in love. And 6 years later, we decided that we were going to break, you know, the commitment, just get the divorce and together. It was wonderful, and I had another relationship, and it was also a wonderful relationship. And you know, it
Go ahead. So you were actually just sharing that, you know, you had gone through a divorce or a separation from your marriage, and then you had another relationship, and that was going great, and then that one, you know, fell away as
yeah.
well. So that was relationship number two, right?
Hmm. And then relationship number three was when I'm like, okay, no more. We're gonna stop. We're gonna step back. We're gonna dig deep. We're gonna do some work, and we're gonna see what's happening here. What's the pattern? You know, why
So
am I
so,
making these choices?
so were you seeing at that time that there were some things that you need to focus on for you, or were you stuck in blame about the guys?
No, I tend to really just look at it all and be fair. I kind of excuse me. I kind of always just take it and wait and assess, and you know, I was hoping, you know, you always hope that love works out, you know, you always hope that it's gonna happen and it's gonna be okay, you know. And for many reasons, whether it be our backgrounds or our relationships or what we saw at home, we base our relationships and our decisions off of that as well. So when it was time to write the
Yes.
book and you were saying about, you know, telling your story and being afraid of who's going to hear, you know, the truth is my book, my story was about me and my life and my perspective. And if anybody's here who's read my book knows that you can't go away reading my book thinking that, you know anything about anybody else's private life but my own.
Yeah.
I told my sports story, my perspective, how it was for me, my lessons, where I went wrong, because that's the most important part. And that's where, you get clarity when it's all
Uh-oh.
a book and you're mindful of what your message is, why you're writing that book, what the purpose is, then you don't have to worry about anything
Okay. Okay. So the name of Sandra's book, oh, you were breaking just now.
My book is Cuts of a
Are
Diamond.
you guys seeing Sandra? There you go. Okay, you're back.
You hear me?
Okay, so the name
Okay.
of Sandra's book is Cuts of a Diamond, and it is
Cuts of a
available on
Diamond. I have it here.
Amazon. There it is. Lovely. Lovely. Okay. All right. So go ahead, Sandra. You were saying, yeah.
So yes, so it's in Fontana in Jamaica, and it's on Amazon. It's in bookstores as well, but you can't get them in bookstores right now. But Amazon, Kindle, and the hard copy is available there. And yeah, that's I'd love everybody to read the book just because it's such an interesting way. I find that I was able to write the book and tell my story with, very purposeful writing. This is something that I talk about all the time, purposeful writing. Um, just be very mindful of what you want to say and you stay focused on what you want to say, and then the message comes out clear. And that is my biggest and greatest experience through all of this is just stay true to your heart and just speak and move with love, you know?
Now, the next question I have for you is, what was it about your journey that inspired you to now help other persons? Because I didn't have a Sandra when I was writing my book, right? Hi, Mina. Mina, I'm
Right.
wearing my dress. See, I'm wearing my dress. Mina is actually the person that that the boutique that I bought this dress from. So thank you for joining.
Oh, yes.
One of the things that I wanted to really share with persons is that it's not necessarily something that you just roll over and write a book overnight, right? And I didn't have a Sandra to help me to process what was inside and bring it out. And I really want you to share a little bit about how you help persons to do that, because people have stories to tell and then afraid for talk the things. And we're here to tell you, you need to talk the things because it's not just for you. It's such a healing process for you. And
it is
such a gift to other persons. So Sandra is sharing her gift by helping other people to birth their stories.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about that?
Yeah. So my process is just getting very clear on what it is that you want to say. What is the reason you want to write the book? That is the key. That's number one. Why? And then, accountability, having someone there to help you. Someone, because it's so easy to get lost in the fear and, say, oh, okay, it's too much. And, so the what I love about my process so much is that it's 1, 2, 3, no time, and I put you through a process of just being very clear on what you're saying, who you're talking to, what your message is, and a technique that really helps you stay very focused. And everything happens. All the magic happens before you start to write. And that is with magic. I mean, I wrote 3 chapters in a day once.
Oh, wow.
My last 3 chapters because of the process, because of the technique. And if you've done my workshop or if you've done any work with me, you see that between the meditation and the technique and the steps, you really are able to stay in line with what it is that you want to share and have a book in 90 days. And so now, with what's happening in this time, in this world right now, I said, I want to help other people like me that are looking for their purpose. They're looking for, they know they have something inside of them that they know how to do, whatever it is, whether it be yoga or workout or anything. Once you're a change maker, a thought leader, a healer, a facilitator, a book does so much for you, for your process to anchor your message and to write your book. So now I'm helping people write their ebook. It's a shorter process, and you have something that shows that you're an authority on your topic, and it's you get to level up on your business. You get to have something like we have, and in our lingo, it's the lead magnet. It's the gift that you give to help people understand what it is that you do, to help understand what it is that you share, and then for you to be able to help others with what you're learning. And now with the digital world, I really think that especially for women who now have to figure out what they're going to do. Like, what am I going to do now? Like, how? And you're reinventing yourself, and you're fixing and changing and shifting and pivoting your life and your business. And you need to level up, and you need to change it, and you need to really get serious with it. Well, write your book, write your memoir, write your ebook. I have an incredible special now, which is crazy. My coach is like, okay, we're going to do this. And I came up with this prize. They're like, you're crazy. But I really, 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 really want to bring people along on this journey of writing your book, telling your story, helping others, find your purpose, go through this incredible experience that has changed my life in ways that I can't even express from the last time I spoke with you.
Yeah, and actually, yes. I mean, we've been talking about this for a little while, and I've actually been talking about even just my book with you, and I actually was talking to you about my second book, because I've been writing my second book since last year, and I have not created that time to really just pull it together, and I've actually been feeling that urge to write. No, feeling that pull to put down my thoughts and feelings, because it's such a high emotional experience that all of us are having. And so it's like I want to put all of that on paper, and I haven't been honoring that voice, because you can hear it, you can hear it and you can feel it. And I haven't been honoring that voice. And
well, that's why I say we always always hear the voice. We always know the message. It's always there. Absolutely. It's always there, and it gnaws at us, and we're sure of it until we get there. And then we're all the little self-talk and all the conversation starts going. And then all of a sudden you cower back and you decide not to. And until you make that commitment, and your time frame, and that this is something you do, and you eliminate all this chatter, it's everything changes. But yeah, like you say, we have the story. And right now, this is a time, same with me, for writing has been difficult for me during this time, because this has been mind-blowing this time. Like mind-blowing, Stacey.
Every day. Different, and you're adjusting your behavior, you're adjusting your thinking,
And I'm going through this since February, because I came up to Florida on the 23rd of February for a cousin's wedding. And then I did an event in Delray, and then I came to Huntington Beach with Mishi Boo, who's here. And we went to an event in Huntington Beach together, and also Nicole McLaren. And we went to...
yes, I saw that event.
All three of us. Yeah. So we went to the event, and on the way home, I stopped by Santa Monica to see my daughter. That was part of the plan. I was going to see Leah. She lives in Santa Monica. And then I was going to head home. And all of a sudden, and I was watching it, I was watching it. I ordered masks. I ordered gloves from February. I saw this coming. I'm like, all right, fine. I'm going to prepare. My friends we're all talking in Florida. And all of a sudden, I'm in California, and I'm telling my daughter, okay, my flight's in, I'm going to leave sooner before this gets crazy. So I'm packed up and ready to go. And I'm like, wait a minute, I can't leave her in the middle of this madness. We don't know where it's going to go and how it's going to go. And she didn't want to leave her job. She started a new job and she loves it. And so I said, okay, we're staying. And so I'm writing it out in Santa Monica in a carry-on bag, wearing all her clothes, and just just doing it with her. I'm just doing it with her. We're doing it together. But for me, it's been, the difficult thing for me, and it's just hard, is I'm homesick. It's been 2 months since I've been in Jamaica. I'm ridiculously homesick. I had just settled. I just moved into my apartment.
Wow.
My container arrived after 18 months of being apart from my furniture, papers, desk, everything. 18 months. I had it all shipped to Jamaica, and I traveled, and it all arrived in my apartment the day after I left.
Oh my God. Oh my goodness.
Stacey, I haven't seen my things now for 20 months, all my stuff. And because I just moved from LA, moved back, I stopped in Florida, went back to Jamaica, decided Jamaica, I just can't live anywhere else. And so here I am again, just making it work, making it happen. And it's a book. This is a book. This is a book.
Exactly.
I'm thinking about it. And like I said, I've been trying to write, but it's because things are changing so much, so fast. And here we're kind of hitting the curve. We're much better. Excuse me, in California. Things are improving here. And Jamaica's just...
Yeah, we're just climbing now. We're just climbing, kind of like getting up there, So it's where we have a couple more months to go, and I think that gives people a lot of anxiety. And my thing is, you have to move beyond what you're feeling because of everything you're seeing, and really start to think about what you want to create for yourself. Because
what do you want to
the environment, what do you want to say during this time?
What do you want? There's several things.
Yeah.
What do you want to do in this time? How do you want to mark this time? How do you want to mark this moment? Number one, and we have this time, we have to process, we need to cut that cord to the news and to the media and just stay home. Just stay home, do this, and focus on what it is in that area of your life, right? Hear this, that we manifested this into, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm a strong believer in the power of manifestation. And I know that in this, we all manifested something that we're facing and dealing with.
Yes.
Right now.
Yes.
Okay? And for me, it's my relationship with we have an incredible relationship, my daughter and I always have. But she's been at boarding school since she's 15. So it is 10 years since we spent time dating together. And I always thought, oh my gosh, I miss her. I miss that time. Will I ever get it back? All of that. And here I am, day to day with her. We're learning from each other. We're supporting each other. It's just magic. And I know that this is something that I created. This is something that, come on, what are the chances that you get stuck? Or I get stuck, not stuck. But I'm here. I'm here with her.
Yes.
And it's I'm always grateful. I always feel so grateful for everything because I find everything so incredibly interesting. Nothing is without a reason. And we have to now all stop and look at this.
And actually, that's a really great note, because I know we're literally down to the 1 minute mark. And that's a great note to share, because Sandra has gifted us and this community with something wonderful. And for those of you who have that story within you and who are ready to tell it, Sandra, will you share with us the gift that you will be
absolutely
sharing with our community?
So my gift to you, which is it's my signature program. It's the one that I just love the most. It's my Rewrite Your Story. It's 1 hour one-on-one with me, and I take you through the process of basically rewriting your story, changing the narrative, and see what comes up in you. I don't do anything. I just help you, guide you, and you do all the writing, and the rest is magic. And I tell you, I've been doing it a lot. I had a lot of work, in order, or better yet, planned all up until now. So I've been busy working and developing and changing all this time. And it's just a really awesome 1 hour program that will it changes people's lives. I think I have some people in here that have done my program, and it's lovely, it's beautiful. I'm so happy to share this with someone. To get to this is amazing, and I'm so happy.
Wonderful.
I'm so happy.
Wonderful.
Take this time, guys. Take this time, the time that you need. We've all practiced this. I know I'm going over time, but we've all practiced this time. We're in quarantine, but how many times have we been in either in heartache or lost a job? And 4 months, we're down, out, in bed,
Yes.
suffering, in the house, roaming. So we've practiced this. We've done this. It's
Yes.
all going to pass. We're just going to do our best. Just get the best out of it, because this is
Yes.
also a gift. It's a gift.
That's so beautifully put. I call it the personal pandemic. Whether it's now because of corona or before this, we've all experienced those moments where we have the heartbreak, the hurt, the pop downness, as I call it. We have those moments where things in our lives have stopped us in our tracks, and we have to pause. And sometimes that pause take a week, sometimes that pause takes several months. And
And then what comes out of it? We change, we shift,
yes,
we pull up our pants, and we make things happen.
yes,
So
yes,
let's do it.
absolutely.
Let's do it.
Absolutely. Now is the
It's
time.
magic
So
time.
boy, guys, the night has been magical. The night has been absolutely magical. I want to thank you,
Congratulations.
Sandra. Thank you so much for joining and for
Congratulations.
closing this out with me, for hanging in there and watching all the different.
Yes, I know it's so late for most of you guys. So thank you. Thank you for hanging on
Thank you.
for me, you guys. And for you,
Absolutely.
Stacy, congratulations.
Thank you, darling. Thank you. And to all the persons that tuned in, to all of you that stayed on through the entire
The
thing, or
diamond.
joined and hopped on, hopped off. This has been a wonderful, amazing experience. I could not have celebrated this day any better. I'm going to sleep late tomorrow. If I have an early meeting, it is canceled.
I wish I wake up and it's like 9 o'clock in the rest of the East Coast. I have to be like on it. Yes, rest. You had a long day. Your throat, you must be so tired.
Yes, epic evening. Tomorrow I'm going to be on Facebook, guys. Visit my page, same. I am Stacey Hines. We're going to put the link in my story. We're going to have it in my story for tomorrow all day. You'll see it. Thank you for the congrats. So look out for Facebook tomorrow. Tomorrow we're actually going to get some real therapy. We have coaches, we have therapists, and they're going to literally be doing all of that on the session. So if you guys need some therapy around anxiety, around depression, around anything you're feeling right now that's making it difficult for you to cope, please join us tomorrow night on Facebook. It's going to be amazing, amazing, amazing. Thank you for joining me and for sticking it through. Make sure to put your stuff, the comments. Make sure you put the comments so that you can get access to the gifts. We'll definitely put the messages out there for how. Thanks to my team for sticking it. Monique, thank you so much. Danica, thank you so much. To all my friends, my love partner who stayed with me online all night and currently, thank you guys. I love you so much, all of you. More giveaways tomorrow. Yes, we still have this bag here to give away.
Wow.
Lucky winner. RSVP, all the things that if I forget something, please forgive me. I'm tired. I hope this night was epic for you. It was epic for me. Thank you so much for celebrating. Love to you, Sandra. Have a wonderful
love
night.
you as well. And love to everybody. All the best. I'll be watching tomorrow. I'm very excited.
Okay, awesome. Take care. Good night, everybody.